Mm-hmm. Okay, here.
Yeah.
On.
Okay, it's 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get my prayers. Greetings,
Hello.
welcome to Motivational Monday, where each one teach one. I have Philia with me tonight, so we're going to get into our topic tonight, right? And our topic is?
No, our topic is how to handle being in a committed relationship while having single friends.
Okay,
Yes.
so we're going to get
Sorry
to
about
that
the
a little later
Yes.
on, okay? All right. Today I pause to center myself in the ultimate wellspring of life and love that has the source in God. Just as a verdant oasis can thrive in a arid desert, I can thrive even in the hardest among conditions. When I draw my strength and energy from the ever refreshing, ever renewing divine source, I turn from all the wears me down, all the taxing and fatigue, and I find myself with holiness. I turn from which is troubling and worrisome, and find joy. I discover peace that sparkles in my soul and fill my heart. With gratitude, I affirm the condition of the world have no power over me. One with God, and I thrive. Amen.
Amen.
Hi Leslie Ann. Hi Marsha. Hi Joanne. Welcome, welcome guys.
Welcome, guys.
And I want to say, if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to Richard Gabriel. And happy birthday to my friend Dean Felix. May God bless you guys to see many, many more. If you have a birthday this week, happy, happy birthday. I also want to say happy Diwali to all those that are celebrating Diwali today. Shuk Diwali, right?
Yes.
So, have fun.
Yes.
Diwali is the celebration of light. All right? So, I know it's going on all over the world right now. And our word of this week is
Preemptory. So, preemptory is especially of a person's manner or actions insisting on immediate attention or obedience, especially in a brusquely imperious way. So, when you want to make a preemptive strike, it's like trying to attack something before it causes chaos.
Yes.
So, preemptory.
So that's your word
That is
of
the
this
word
week.
of the week.
All right?
Yes.
Okay, guys. So remember, we are not doctors, but I'm just going to give you a health tip for this week. And we're going to talk about what is varicose vein. And while we're going to talk about this is because it affects a lot of people. Good night, Philip. Good night, Lincoln. Welcome, welcome, guys. Varicose veins are twisted and large veins that often protrude from the skin. They can develop anywhere, but the thigh, calf, and ankle are the most common sites. In addition to the visible veins, you must also have symptoms such as skin discoloration, discomfort, aching, heaviness, restlessness. Around 35% of the people across the United States, mostly common adult women, develop varicose veins. Sometimes they can be cosmetic or comfort issues, but they can also signal an underlying circularity problem. To diagnose your varicose veins, Dr. Jacobs performed a visual exam and ultrasound scan to assess your veins function and identify any underlying conditions. So you suffer with that too?
Yes, I actually started getting them, I would say, in my last 2 pregnancies. Once you mentioned this whole circulatory issue, I think that not having your legs elevated.
It is.
And people think that having your legs elevated is just putting it up, but it actually needs to be above your chest for the circulation to actually work. So if it's not above your heart, it actually doesn't work. It doesn't work, right? So if you're laying down, by propping pillows up, or even if you're on a recliner, as long as it's above your chest. So when you get swelling, edema, things, any of those things, propping up your feet is the best thing. So varicose veins also is a contributory factor in that is not having enough circulation. So I really feel like my last 2 pregnancies is where I started recognizing them. So I have actually 2 that are interesting. They're kind of like a bluish purple color.
Yes.
They're not really bad. You know, people sometimes think it's a birthmark. I know they weren't there before, so I know. But I did go seek medical attention, and they said they weren't varicose veins. So I don't know what they are, but they weren't there before. So I'm not sure if cosmetically I can just get rid of them. But as I said, there's not so apparent that it's embarrassing or makes me feel, you know, insecure or uncomfortable. Right? I just deal with it.
So welcome, Anthony, Jason, Ian. Welcome, guys. And our health tip, we were talking a bit about varicose veins and how varicose veins tested. And you know, you can seek your doctors, because I know it's very common and a lot of people shy away from it. They're embarrassed because the way how the veins are so thick, especially if you're light in complexion, and these veins protrude, like, you know, little I didn't say it look like roots growing, you know,
little spider,
like little spider vein, and some people have it really bad, you know. So again, we are not doctors, but I'm reading from Google. So if you have varicose veins and and they have treatments for it also.
They have a lot of cosmetic treatments. They use laser to actually get rid of them. So if you really have them and you're very concerned, everything is affordable. There's financing if you don't have the cash or credit to do it. So
I mean, it's all about taking care of yourself.
Take care of yourself first. You know, make yourself feel good, because beauty is within, but it's also outer. So you know. So if you're not feeling comfortable about them, or you feel like you need to cover them up, show them legs off, go get them treated.
All right, guys. So that's our health tip for today. And so now, we are going to talk about how to balance being in a committed relationship, married with single friends.
Right.
All right. So that's our topic. Hi, Jamal. Thank you for tuning in. London in the house. You know, Lisa, thank you. Everyone who's locking in, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go to our topic and let's hear what you guys think. All right.
All right. Well, first of all, I want to say I love your glasses.
Oh, thank you so much.
The frames are so befitting.
Yes, it's Oprah brand. You could get them on Amazon, and they are very affordable.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I feel like we're kind of color coordinating, because your hair matches my shirt, my lipstick matches your shirt, and my hair matches your glasses.
Oh, Leslie is saying it's although hereditary, sometimes people are not aware of.
That's true. It is hereditary at times.
If varicose veins can cause Alzheimer's later in life. Wow.
So there is a correlation between that. So yes, absolutely. If you feel that you see them, or you actually are unsure, it's definitely best to get some medical attention and get professional treatment, because it's something that, you know, can be done away with. You don't have to live with them.
And I know people who have it too doesn't want to wear nothing short.
Correct. Yes. And I love shorts, so you know I'm gonna get them taken care of.
My niece is saying, Phyllis, that's what your sister had, June. Oh, okay. Good to know.
Now we know.
Yeah, now we know.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Les.
No, thank you, Les.
Les is my niece.
Oh, maybe?
Yes.
So, the reason why I thought this topic was interesting is because, and I didn't want to just focus, we didn't want to focus just on marriage, because it's a committed relationship. It doesn't mean because you're not married that you're not committed, right?
Right.
So, it's interesting because when you're single, you live your single life, you hang out, you have fun, but the minute you get into a committed relationship, those factors start to change.
Yes.
And sometimes your single friends start feeling a little left out.
Right.
Sometimes they stop inviting you places because they feel like, oh, Phyllis is not gonna go because her man gonna start tripping, or this person Philip is not going to go because his wife is gonna start feeling insecure. So this goes for both the men and the women. We're just talking about committed relationships. So we're trying to discuss what will be the best way to go about it while you can still have a good, delicate balance,
Right.
while still being in a committed relationship.
Right.
So,
Well, I think my thought on that, firstly, is that what a lot of women I know, I'm not talking about the men getting on it, I'm talking about mostly women, when they get into a committed relationship, I'm not talking about marriage, but commitment, as you say.
yes.
They tend to lose themselves,
Right.
and they tend to forget their friends.
Correct.
And they tend to isolate themselves, especially the type of man they put in themselves with.
Correct.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that, you have to set boundaries.
Mm-hmm. I think it's important, right? So I would say have a discussion about those things pre-committed relationship, right? Because if you met someone always partying, always lining, always this, and then all of a sudden you get together and you expect those things to stop, or you expect that you're always going to be the one accompanying your partner. That's okay if that's what is going to be on the table.
Right.
But what if your partner says, oh, this is a ladies thing, or the guy says, oh, it's just a guy's thing. It gets a little weird,
tricky.
because
It gets tricky.
It gets very,
and
very
then
tricky.
it gets a lot of insecurity.
Correct. Right.
And then you get the jealousy
Then
step
you start,
in.
yes.
And
you
then,
know, we talked about that whole domestic violence stuff. We definitely don't want that to be a factor.
Yeah.
So this is why we think that a topic like this is actually pretty interesting, because we all live this life for whatever reason during some part of our lives where we are in committed relationships or married or whatever the case might be, and our partners shows a little jealous side,
yes,
or ask a lot of questions. Wow, this week again?
Yes.
You're hanging out again?
Yeah.
Or a particular person, Phyllis again? All of a sudden, Phyllis looks like the bad guy, right? Or the bad woman.
And I get that too.
Right. So you also want to protect your friends or the people you're hanging with, right?
Right.
So I did a small study.
So one moment.
Okay, go
so
ahead.
Nicole is saying she agreed. Set expectation from the start. Lesbian is saying trust is a big part of a committed relationship.
Absolutely.
Right? So go ahead with your study.
So, Leslie-Ann, yes, absolutely. I want to bank on that. So relationships are built on trust, loyalty, and from the start, and companionship, right? But once that next stage has approached, minor modifications have to happen. You got to start having these discussions on what is okay. So studies are showing that guys are more reluctant to follow the marriage rule, but women aren't also far from that. The only difference is that women are more than likely invite their husbands or partners to outings, while sometimes men say it's a guy thing, it's a guy approach.
Yeah.
And that's where it starts to change.
Yes.
So for this very reason, the reason why we asked this question is that after doing a poll with married or committed couples, around 70% of wives agreed that as long as their husbands or partners have self-discipline when they are out with single friends, then they don't have a problem with them hanging out.
Exactly.
So the studies are showing 70% of women agreed, while the men, the numbers were drastically different. It don't matter if the friends are single, don't matter if I trust you. I trust you, I don't trust her.
Yeah.
That's what they start saying. They don't trust the friend.
They don't
you know?
trust.
So how do you guys feel about that? Okay.
Right.
So again, for women, if the man can be disciplined, you have no issues with him hanging out with single friends. But if he lacks self-discipline, yes, that's a problem.
Right.
While the men, does it matter if the woman is disciplined or not? Do you like the idea that your woman is hanging out with single friends? That's the question we want to pose while we're gonna ask this
guys,
question.
let's hear from you guys that is on the chat tonight. How do you feel? Now sometimes they always say, show me who your friends are and I'll tell you who they are, right?
Right.
So for some men, if they find this companion and this person is outgoing and they see the character of her friends, they tend to have a problem.
Correct. Especially if the character is very outgoing.
Wearing this,
nice, looking good. It's like, so you're just going for drinks looking like that? You know?
Leslie Ann have a question. She said, if you meet a guy or woman who parties all the time, hangs out, slut, why do you think after you get married, he or she should stop?
I agree. Right. You met them that way.
Right.
So why would you think that marriage or a committed relationship will change that? And that's why I think there is a discussion to be had, because you are wrongly assuming that it stops once you're in a committed relationship.
Right.
People don't change. They just kind of adapt, right? They adapt to situations.
Yeah.
So I think that's a real discussion. Like, baby, how do you feel about me still hanging with so-and-so and so now that we're together?
Right.
Now, sometimes you don't want to seem like a creep, and you'll be like, yes, no problem, I trust you, blah, blah, blah. Until the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 time is like 7 times now the same thing.
What's going on?
What's going on? So I think you have to really be honest about how you feel. Like, if you, like, for me, I'm a very friendly person. In fact, I went to an event about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was doing a video, like, just kind of using some filter, and this guy came and whispered something in my ear. I actually did not really hear what he was saying. I was kind of making sense, but he was also very close, almost intimately close. Right. But it was like, it threw me off.
Yeah, he put you in a personal space.
Yeah, he was definitely my personal space. However, I did not respond because I don't like to embarrass people. So I didn't respond in a way that maybe somebody else might have saying, excuse me, don't this. I just kind of like, but I didn't talk to that person after that moment, or I didn't even see them again. So someone might see that and be like, oh, why is that guy all up in your ear, blah, blah, blah. And then at the same time, for me, it was like, okay, he said something I actually don't even know, but I also never talked to that person. So, but I'm also a very friendly person. So someone might take that and see it as, oh, she's friendly, she's also flirtatious, she's this. You start getting the wrong picture. You understand? So I think that for me, as long as I know not to take any further steps. I don't take phone numbers. I don't give my phone number out. I'll still talk to you. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. No, it's good. Oh, you're pretty. Thank you. Thank you. It's very sweet. I'm flattered, but I'm married.
Right.
Or, but I'm in a committed relationship. Or, but no, I don't give my number out.
Right.
I apologize. I'm telling you because I'm not going to call you. I don't want to waste your time. Right. But you're a very nice person.
So you set your boundaries.
I set the boundaries early on. But I would still be nice. I'm not the kind that would shun somebody immediately, because I think growing up, when I used to do that, you'll get somebody say, oh, you ugly bitch, you ugly anyway. Nobody's trying to talk to you. Yeah. So I think psychologically that made me not do that to guys when they try to talk to me.
And then I think there are a lot of crazy people now.
And people get offended by these things. When you don't talk to them, they get mean, they throw things at you.
Yes.
Yes.
Marsha is saying, my husband is a man that wish I would take him everywhere I go. I make. It's my business. It's not to do with that, right? Yes, again, some of these men, that's what they want, especially if they have a pretty woman.
Right.
You know? They want to be at your side all the time.
Now, I don't mind that.
No,
however,
I mind that.
You mind it? Okay.
I don't want somebody at my side all the time.
Right.
I need to breathe. I need to go out with my girlfriends at time. I need to be around friends, because 24/7 you are around your companion. You understand? And you need other friends.
Other faces.
You need to be in a surrounding not only with that person.
I agree.
You understand? You need to breathe. Sometimes I like my me time too. I like time alone. Right. I don't like people
to be up under you
all the time. Well, there's a time and place for everything.
Okay, and you know what? I agree with that. I just say that I don't necessarily mind my partner being around. However, not all locations or places have the same feel. Like, if your partner is more of a quiet person and subdued, you want to be loud and crazy and act the fool with your friends. It gets a little weird to do that in front of your partner, even though you know your partner cares about you and loves you. It's different when you wilding out, right?
It's different when you're with your girlfriends.
When you're with your girlfriends.
So hold pause for one moment. Nicole is saying, I don't want someone at my side 24/7. Agree. Okay. Catherine is saying, yes, I agree, P. Right. You understand? Because, sometimes you need to go shopping. Right. You need to breathe. You need girls' night. You need game night. You need time away. You don't want to be 20. Then how are you? Your life is his life. You don't have a life.
True, right.
Then you get miserable.
Intertwined. I agree.
And,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
no.
You know, like when I was with my girlfriend, someone was twerking, doing all kind of crazy stuff. I would never do that in front of my man.
Yeah.
Because I don't want him to think that, oh, so this is what you do.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I'm having fun. I'm not doing it in front of other guys. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But it's that kind of thing. I just like to have a good time and let loose, you know, be the crazy one. But then I comport myself more when I'm with my man. So I'm not really being myself.
Catherine is saying girls' night is so important. Shawnette is saying you need your space and he need his space,
yes.
which makes the time you are together more grounded.
I love
and
that. That's a good point.
Believe that because, you know, sometimes when you have kids too, and you have small children, you don't have time to do date night. You don't have time to do a lot of things. So you get lost in transition. You lose yourself. You get stressed out. He's fed up. You fed up.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I mean, so there have to be boundaries. So go ahead with the survey.
Okay. So it says here, some single friends don't respect the institution of marriage. And so this person says, I've been married for 2 months, and as a newlywed, I expect my single friends to respect my privacy and decision to only be with my wife. Now, the problem is that's true. If single friends don't respect the institution of marriage, it sometimes starts to become a hindrance when you're hanging with that friend. Because if that friend is like, oh, I don't believe in marriage, you know, all men cheat, or if it's a man, I don't believe in marriage, because at the end of the day, women are going to treat you whatever, because they think once you got that paper,
Right.
then that's it, they could treat you anyhow and do anyhow because they know it's cheaper to keep her.
Yes.
It starts to wear on you as the friend, because you want to be supportive, but you're also the married one or the committed one. So it gets weird.
Let's put the question out there. Do you think married people should only have married friends?
Or committed people should
We
only have committed relationship friends. Yes.
Yeah. So we want to hear from you guys,
Right.
because I have my own view on that.
Okay.
Right?
We give you guys some time to
Tell us yes or no. Right?
yeah or nay.
Because I think too, when you are committed with someone, you know, especially if it's for some years, right? Sometimes, okay, Leslie, I have a question there. Go ahead.
Let's see what it says.
A committed relationship works when each other communicates and can talk about the day-to-day events of each other. You should be able to ask for suggestions or ask for advice, each other's opinion. A good relationship is when you can finish each other's sentences or laugh at each other's jokes or entertain friends at any time, whether you or him is around. She or he should be able to come around each other friend or associate at any time. That was
awesome.
good.
That is really great
Good
and
night,
very
Andrew.
detailed. Thank you. I agree. That's a very seamless relationship. Sometimes we force things. We force, you know, we pretend to be things we're not. We don't want to show our true side because we're afraid of what the other person might think of us. So I think that's really a very organic relationship, but not everyone has an organic relationship. Fortunately.
Yeah.
So thank you for setting that bar really nice and high.
Yeah. And Nicole is saying no. You need a balance of both.
Good.
And I think so too. Because I am not married, but I have married friends, and I do respect the union of marriage, you know, but that doesn't say me and my married friend can hang together.
Right.
You understand? Right. We have our time.
Right.
You know, we do our travel together. Right. And again, there's a boundary.
And an understanding.
And an
most
understanding.
Likely, right.
Yes.
So I think that where it becomes a problem is if there's no understanding, like the person doesn't understand why you have to
have this friend,
call this person, why you have to call your man 5 times, or why he has to know every little thing you're doing, and what is that? They start putting words in your ear sometime. You know, that's imprisonment. That's who wants to control you. That's why I'm never getting married. I want no man. This.
Yeah. You
start getting weirded out by it because something you're used to doing to keep your relationship sound.
Yeah.
And now the person who doesn't respect those boundaries starts to put things in your ear, it gets a little weird. But at the same time, you don't want to dump that friend because you're loyal to the friend.
Right.
So it has to be a delicate balance. I agree with you.
No, I'm speaking from experience. What I've learned is that when you have your friends, you don't speak about your relationship. Right?
Great point.
Because your friends start to feel for you. Right? So when you, like I might say Philia X, Y, and Z is the case, and Philia now will get attitude
with XYZ.
with XYZ. And then that
you
resentment.
love me with XYZ the next week, and it's like,
yeah. And then Philia knows what's going on.
Correct.
So I would say a rule is keep your business to yourself, personally. If you're going through stuff, because your friends, there's pick up fire rage for you, as we say, right?
You need the support system.
Yeah, you need the support system, but you have to set boundaries in what you're talking about.
100%. That wasn't on our topic, but I agree with you.
Right? Because again, hold on. Because especially if you don't intend to leave that person. And Nicole is saying, talk the things, P. My friend take the fire rage quick. So I am careful what I share with them. Yes. Because I experienced that before, and I realized it's not everything. It have certain friends that could tell things, and it have certain friends that cannot tell anything, right? So you have friends in different categories because these friends take up fire rage for you,
right?
So you might just need a listening ear. But to them, they ain't want
that.
that.
Listening.
So
it's
then,
like we getting his shit out.
Right. And then the pressure start now.
Right. What you gonna do, girl?
And then
what you doing about it? And it's like, I don't know. What you mean you don't know? When you crazy? Like, and it starts to become like, I should have just shut my mouth.
Yes.
Now, this is the thing. I've had that problem several times. You already know my situation.
Yeah.
So,
Leslie is saying, after some people are married, their life begins to change. I must say, after women have children, their husband begin to find so many issues in their marriage. This causes friction, and now the men begin to look at the single woman.
Correct.
It's sad, but it's a reality.
True. Very true. Okay. So let me hop on this so that I don't forget.
Yeah, she said Phyllis fire rage. Yes, fire rage. Your family too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that comment because I think sometimes when women have children, I think there's a complacency that sometimes men feel. You're not going anywhere. You have children who want you big, you're fat, you're ugly, your stomach not nice no more. You got stretch marks and varicose veins, right? So I don't think they intentionally do it, but sometimes
pressure.
It's like, where you going? You still partying? You got a newborn, right?
Yes.
You start feeling like you can't do anything, and then when you want to step up and start doing it, it becomes a problem, right?
Yeah.
So
you're going out too much.
You're going out
all
too
of
much.
a sudden, where you going?
The baby breastfeeding. What's happening to the baby? You know, like I pumped.
Yes, right.
I want to hear that, right? So I do think that there's that little control factor, but for me, I've had like a situation even with my ex where he got kids on me, he did all kinds of stuff. Now, at the time, I did not know I was going to stay with him. I'm not going to lie. So, of course, the minute I heard stuff, I'm like, girl, can you believe I found out he had this baby on me? Blah, blah, blah. You know, he was messing with so-and-so and so-and-so. He got 2 kids younger than my kids, and he got what? Like, all this stuff. Of course, I thought I was going to leave, but I don't know what happened. Somewhere down the line, I did not leave. And it's like, I don't even believe why I didn't leave, but I didn't. And then it becomes everybody knows your business, and they know it's the same guy. How you with somebody who had babies on you, and then you left your first husband for just cheating? Like one time he cheated, and you left. This one had babies on you, and you stayed. What's wrong with you?
Yes.
And you start second guessing yourself, like, what is wrong with me? So you don't know until you know. That's how I see it.
Yes.
And it's like, don't judge anything until you're in it. Like, if someone would have told me that would have happened to me, I would have been like, girl, you must be mad.
Yeah.
And then I'm mad because I end up staying.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you stay, you know, it's not like I stayed and then I forgave because I was still bringing it up every time I see something on TV, anytime I hear. It's miserable living like that. I'm not even gonna lie. But I started to second guess myself. I'm gonna be 50. I got 5 kids. Who the hell wants me?
Yeah.
But you start second guessing yourself, and then you're like, I might as well deal with my old devil than my new. You know, you start second guessing yourself. So I'm not saying that's the reason why I stayed, but I know those things had a lot to do with my reasons for staying. You know, in spite of all of the things. So I agree with Phyllis. You don't have to say everything.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. You don't know what
you don't know.
You don't know. You don't know what your decision is going to be until it becomes your decision. Now, when people see that you left, be like, oh, yeah, I left because he had babies on me. Or I left because he got married on me.
Exactly.
Or, let them see after you've already done
whatever. Exactly.
Yes.
Nicole is saying is even family, because they tend to throw it back in your face. And then you look like an idiot to your family.
Yep.
You understand?
You look crazy.
And I think that is so important, and I learned that at a very young age. So I am the type of person that I will take, and when I can't take no more, that's it.
You're done.
I'm done. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to be with you. We could be friends. If you don't want to be friends, oh well.
Fine with you too.
You know, that's fine with me. I ain't losing nothing.
Right.
But for my peace and my inner peace, you know. But again, when you're in these committed relationships, you really have to look at yourself and say, sometimes, as you say, sometimes the time that you invest in this person, you stay. Sometimes you're saying to yourself, oh my God, you don't want to run with Tom, Dick, and Harry. Better you stick with it. But you're not happy at the end of the day. You understand? Hold 1 second.
I agree.
Catherine is saying some parents are so as well, especially mothers. You go to them with a problem or
and
just a vent, and they quick to tell you to leave him. You understand? Good night, Carrie. It's true. But I believe, I am a friend like this. I believe in marriage. I wouldn't tell you to leave your husband. I'm not going to tell you that.
Okay.
First, I'm going to say, you could talk to one another. No. Okay. Go to counseling.
Correct.
If you cannot go to a marriage counselor or somebody who could help you from good night day on the outside, if you go to counseling and it's still not working, then there is no hope.
Correct. At that point.
You understand? Especially if they have no children involved.
Right.
What is the sense you're working at or for in this committed relationship?
Right.
Then you find now the couples who are committed and they have kids and they use the kids as pawn, as we said before, right?
Correct.
You know, so when you're coming into these kind of partnership, I would say I want a partnership.
Me too.
I don't want nobody to feel they own me. My father died 20-something years ago. I have a mother. So I don't want that. I want a partner.
That's it.
And that is what people have to get into the head. Even when they're married, they think they own you. You don't own me. You understand? So, you know, people need to set boundaries.
I agree.
Okay, let's see what Leslie-Ann is saying. She's on fire tonight.
Leslie-Ann!
Experience has taught me so much, right? Now I like looking and watching people who think they are in a committed relationship when I see one or the other in different places cheating or in a compromising, I guess, situation while the other half is at home.
You see?
Not really. Hold on. We have a lot of comments.
Hey, Leslie-Ann, you're starting trouble now.
Yes.
You're starting trouble.
Yes. Catherine saying, another thing, I will never tell a friend to leave her or him unless he is beating you. Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Also.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Leslie. Situation, Erica. Yeah, I understand. Good night for good night for Winchester. Great topic. Yes. For real. So let me deal with Leslie. No. Go ahead.
Leslie-Ann say what? What did she say? Can refresh my memory.
When she go out and see.
Yes, and see everything.
Right.
I agree. Because what happens...
And they feel they're in committed relationship, but
they're really cheating. But let's look at this too. You go tell that friend, and that friend goes and tell the partner, you now are the enemy. And when they together, it's like, oh, look at that busybody friend, and you over there helping. So it's a fine line. Because when you're a friend, you have to be a friend.
Right.
But at the same time,
But I'm a friend.
pillow talk
Yeah.
is more than friendship. I'm sorry.
But
Pillow
I'm
talk.
a friend. If I see my friend, husband, or wife in a situation, I'm not telling them.
Okay, and me, I won't tell them, but I will probably go talk to the actual person doing it.
No, that is not my business.
I'm nosy.
No,
I would be like,
wait, hold on.
I'll be like, what's good? Come on now, what you doing
No,
to my girl,
no,
yo?
no. Let me tell you why. Pause. Hold on. Do y'all think men and women should have opposite sex
Friends?
as a best friend? Okay, that's a whole
That's another
nother
one.
topic, eh?
Don't let me forget.
Yeah,
We gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we gonna come back to this one, Bruiser. Some simply just love the excitement.
Yeah, man, it's boring. You gotta
and-
do something to get your blood boiling.
And enjoy badman treatment, right? For a piece of paper which carries a lot of weight.
Yes. Well, they're on fire tonight. They're on fire.
Okay, all right.
I'm
Love it
eating
all
like a hog. Just,
Yeah,
it's like popcorn.
Carrie say, I telling my friends. Now, Carrie, you know why I wouldn't tell? I wouldn't tell because 10 to 1, that woman is going to tell that man and call your name. Right? So, and then now, friendships break up for that.
I agree.
Right? So,
100%.
for me, I might give you a hint, but I ain't telling you. I
water.
see John at IHOP
Your business.
with James. Me, I not getting in that because, as you say, when committed relationship and you lie down and pillow talk,
man.
people just call names. So I sorry.
Right.
God have a way. I feel He does work it out,
Yes,
and
and
He
He
just get to
reveals it.
find out.
I agree.
Right?
Everything
Right.
gets revealed in some form
So
of fashion.
I'm not telling. Okay, hold on. Let's learn again. No one should never tell a person to leave their husband or wife. A person has to figure out if they are happy in
Correct.
their relationship. True.
I agree.
Catherine saying, yep, drink water and mind your business. I'm not saying nothing. Dane, yes, you can have the other sex as a best friend. However, each other has to have certain levels
Boundaries.
of understanding.
Okay.
Nicole is
So
saying,
we're gonna go back to that one.
I won't tell the truth. It will reveal itself.
Yes, I agree.
I think. Catherine saying, boom. Yeah, because let me tell you, they just go back and call your name.
Yeah, I feel it's safe.
No, if
She
it's
see
my
you.
brother, if it's I'm a friend and them.
Right.
If it's my brother or sister, I'm telling.
Right. Right.
Right?
You're
telling
telling
my-
on your brother and sister, or you're telling your brother and sister what they did is wrong.
No, if I see my brother or sister peer as in compromising
Right,
situation,
right.
knowing that they're in a committed
I got you.
relationship
You would-
with my brother or sister,
Right.
I going to say, partner, you know, X, Y, and Z. I don't know X, Y. I will tell my family because at the end of the day, here I look at it. When I cut myself, my family and I need blood, they're going to give it to me.
Yes. So
You understand?
They hold.
So that,
credence.
yeah, I might watch first.
Right. Before
Right?
you jump.
Before
to
I
conclusions.
jump to conclusion.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Shadrach saying the life hot tonight.
Right.
Right.
I agree. I agree with that.
Right.
Okay. So
So-
for me, this is how I am. I won't go tell the person who's being cheated on, but I will talk to that person and be like, look, I don't know what's going on at home. You know, people slip up every now and then. This don't look like no slip up. What's good? Like, you're not treating my girl right. What's happening at the house? You want to talk? I will do that because I feel like it's a moral obligation a little bit. Not to necessarily tell the other person, but to tell the person about themselves or to figure out what's really happening.
But
Like,
I don't think that's your business, though.
it's
Philia.
not, but I'm nosy. I just told you. I admit to it. Let me tell you, I be driving in the street, I see stuff, I be honking horns and be like, what's happening here? It's like, why is she so nosy? So that's me.
Hold on.
That's me.
Hold on. What is telling, I think, we need to elevate what is true friendship. There is a way to say something.
Without
I think
saying
it's,
something?
Yeah, I think it's how we proceed with the conversation. Some people tell the story with bacchanal involved.
Hey, salt and
right?
pepper.
Right. Then is saying, fellas laughing out loud, but you will tell your sibling, partner, your sibling is cheating. Yes, then if I see my brother, let's say, for example, if my sister or brother married, and I see my brother, okay, let me take, well, yes, Angela and Sauti married, right? That is my brother, my sister and her husband. And if I see something, I will mention it to my sister, hey sis, you know, what's up, everything okay? Or you know, that's meaning in a compromising situation, in the sense like holding hand, or you know, you must think, because it's your family. At the end of the day, it's your family. You're not going to disrespect me with some other person and knowing that you're with my brother or sister. That ain't working with me. So family is thing. Friend, I don't care to tell, but my family, yes, they not being loyal to my family. Kerry saying, well, if you value my friendship, I should be able to talk and tell you. I agree. I wouldn't get involved at all. What is telling, I think we need to evaluate what is true friendship. Right? Okay, good.
Right.
Yeah. So, that I don't believe in getting involved in women and men issues, because at the end of the day, as
you become the enemy.
You in a situation 12 years after that man do all this thing, and you're still there.
We're still there, man.
Right? So that was saying. So, you know, sometimes
I mean, looking at him with one eye, say, what the hell I'm still doing with you? Even I asked myself that question in front of him, so it's not a joke. It's like, I'm serious. Like, why am I still here?
Right.
I have no idea.
Right.
But you're right.
Yeah.
Pillow talk is more powerful than any friendship that can ever happen. So,
yes.
I agree. So, I think it's important. Yeah, minding your business is probably the best thing. But as I said, I won't tell, but I'll get to the bottom of it and be like, let me assess this situation. Let me figure out what's really good.
You just can't leave it alone.
No, man. I don't know. It's my foot hot, man. I be trying to Dr. Phil everything everywhere I am.
Yeah. But, you know, I learned that, you know, if a person in a bad relationship and they want to stay, they will stay anyway. So regardless of if you tell or you ain't tell, you just look like the bad one.
That's true.
So I say stay out of it.
And maybe that's the best
You understand? I say watch, as you say, analyze.
Correct.
And I think it will reveal to you, because I can tell you, when you're a good person, nobody got to tell you anything.
That's true.
That intuition, and you see that man above, he does put you in situation for you to see things. You realize some people that's been in relationship, committed relationship for a long time, and then after, suddenly things they start to reveal.
Yeah.
You understand? And that present that you get nice and rough.
Everything crumble.
Yes. You understand?
Yes.
So go ahead.
Okay. It says here, marriage does not mean containment of your spouse. It's a joyous turning point in an individual's life. If the marriage is based off of containment, or in other words, lockdown, then the marriage cannot and will not last for eternity. Yeah. So it's a freedom of knowing that you have someone that you can call your own, but yet still there's a freedom in knowing that that person is loving you endlessly, unconditionally. So there is a freedom in knowing that, right? But if you're feeling contained and feeling locked down and feeling like you can't do anything, that's already a problem in itself.
Yeah.
So something like this can make or break the marriage.
Right. And then, let me tell you, it have situations that I know. People just married because of the house, because of the children, and they're living like brothers and sisters. You understand?
Right.
Because they can't probably stand on their own feet and they're unhappy. You understand, Philia?
Right.
So there, and same thing in relationship. Some people in relationship, you're getting cursed morning, noon, and night.
Right.
But because you want a shelter, you're there.
You're there, right.
You understand?
Or to show the world that you have somebody.
World.
Right.
And you see, I always say social media tells a lie.
Correct.
Trust me.
Yes. Because
these people who
putting out what you want people to see, not the real deal.
Not the
Correct.
real deal.
I agree with you.
So don't ever say you want to be like somebody.
Right. No, because you don't know what's behind closed doors.
No.
All right. Very good point. Thank you. It says, okay, so there was something interesting here. It says here that the spouse will hang with the single friends as an attempt to be back in the single game if home is on the brinks or having issues. So that's another thing. Hanging out with single friends when your home is not good is definitely a recipe for disaster.
Right.
Because you don't have that foundation that's strengthened in your household. So the minute somebody gives you a little attention, that butt jiggling a little much, that guy is smelling a little too good, it's a problem.
Yes.
So you got to make sure home is good.
Right. Yeah. And 10 to 1 home never is good.
Yes.
We'll come back to that.
Lesbian
is on a roll tonight. Hold on. Be careful now. Melvin is saying, Melvin in the house, yeah.
Melvin,
Anthony saying, Dane, that is not Dane question. Boom, bam. What about if you... Hold on, just now. We have a lot of questions here. Hold on. What about if your best friend, man or woman, tried to talk or sleep with you? That is a good one. Hold on one second.
Good one. Okay.
Yeah, hold on.
Keep that point.
Yeah. A horn is a horn only if you take it on. A horn is a horn only if you take it on.
Damn.
All right?
I'm a bull.
Shadrach, do like Patrice Roberts say. Drink water and mind your business. Catherine, that's a whole other show for real.
Right.
Horn is a horn back. Nicole is saying correct is right. What in the dark will come to light.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, hold on. Some women don't want to have sex when they just get in a relationship. Sex get plentiful. Then after 1 year now, they have a problem, and it goes both ways. All right. I know a friend of mine sleeping with another friend of our husband, and I cannot say anything to the person. I trying to do the cheater, but she's not listening. Yeah, that was saying. Some people just satisfy and seem to get a high off a cheating. Hell yes. Home better be good, laughing out loud.
Yes,
but it's
this
true.
Is a lot. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Oh, child. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. It's a lot. I don't even know which one to tackle. Okay.
Tackle one first.
Let's tackle the one with the best friend messing with the husband or wife or whatever the case might be. Okay. Obviously, they don't respect the boundaries, right?
Right.
Also, I think sometimes these best friends think that they're a better match for the person than the actual best friend. And sometimes it's because they know their friend is actually doing stuff behind the person's
and not
back.
that again. Be careful of what you're telling your best friend.
again.
Because let me tell you something, girls, what I learned, or men.
Right.
Anybody coming to hurt you, always people close to you. People on the outside, you're not letting them in.
Because stranger danger. That's what we learn.
Yeah.
So it's always the people inside that do all the crap, man. It's crazy.
Then sometimes he might buy you a Louis Vuitton purse, or he buy you a watch,
and
or
they
he buy what? And they be like,
what she do? She don't even cook.
Yeah.
My macaroni pie tastes better than she.
Or why she deserve this? So now that friend push up themselves on your husband, and then they secretly doing stuff behind your back. Correct. So them best friend thing, I just always say, don't have no woman hotting up your house.
Correct.
I believe in that.
Right.
Because if I go out, what you doing home with my man if I'm not there?
Right.
No, stay in your yard.
Correct. I agree with you. I agree. So
there's
a number of reasons. So like she said, like Phyllis said, not telling the other person, your best friend, everything.
Right.
So they don't know all the flaws. They see what they see. They see the good, let them leave it at that.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes the other person's doing stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, they don't want to say anything. And this is their way of saying, you know what, I'm better for you than him. Or she's better
jealous,
than...
as Nicole saying.
Exactly. People want what you have. You
yes.
gotta be... mindful
Full.
And you have to be really astute to know if it's really a true friendship or a friendship based on convenience or some hidden agenda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bruiser is saying, shut your mouth, catches no flies. Not everything good to eat, good to talk. And then I see you with somebody like you're supposed a certain place. You talk now. All right. Your friend close and your best friend's closer. Yeah. Because let me tell you, I mean, this conversation
this
here
is really serious. We need a part 2, 3, 4, 5.
I know, right? The cheaters are always in your circle, and it's true.
Always.
And let me tell you something too. Men, they just look like if the car mash ants, as we just say, and they are the ones that be out there doing dirt.
Right.
And I just say, right? If I have a man, I rather my man watch a woman in front of my face.
Correct. Right.
You see them who they say, why you watching that? They're watching.
Right.
So
you know what I do? This is my trick, right?
Yeah.
Woman walking by, I start going like this. I said, go look, go ahead. I'm giving you permission because I know you're going to do some weird thing to start acting like, you want to look, just look. Come on. It's nice. I'm telling you it's nice.
Yeah.
Look at it. And they're like, oh, you crazy. Kiki. Yeah, whatever. Right?
Catherine is saying, my best friend is God. He always lead me right. Yes.
Right.
Abigail is saying,
It's true.
yeah, a part
Depend on
2
God.
is needed.
We need a part 2. There's a lot of stuff we need to cover. It's
But
almost
it's
9.
true. It's
I love
true.
it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so good points, guys. So it says, although marriage is sacred, our man ego can get the best of us. Sometimes our ego can persuade us to act as if we're single to enforce our loyalty to our friends.
Right.
So when you have your single friends, you feel like I'm married, but let me just act single so I don't seem like I'm the outcast. I don't seem like the weirdo, you know, like, oh, he's the only one married or she's the only one married. You start acting and playing the role,
right,
even though you know you have a committed relationship at home. So that's right. Ego gets in the way of that. That is 100%.
All right, Leslie Ann. Relationship, how does it begin? It starts from lust. You see someone, they look, and you tell yourself that the person is for you, and then guess what? Now you are in a committed relationship, meeting new people, going out with friends, and how you start to notice that the person is hanging out with you. Have some ways that you start thinking your woman or man should have. So now, boom, bang, cheating about to start.
I want to make a point to that after
yes.
this time. Okay, you're right. And this was something that I always have a problem with, right? When you meet somebody, everything seems enticing.
Right.
How come my man can be as funny as this one?
Yeah.
How come my man can be so jovial and fun and loving, and he holds the door for me? You know, every time I need something, he buys this for me. Why can't my man be like that? That person now starts to become like this is cool.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you start sharing, yeah, my man doesn't do this. My man doesn't do that.
Yeah.
My man this, my man that. That person now becomes that leaning board, like you leaning on them. Next thing you know, you're in a compromising position. You drank a little too much. You're in an intimate setting. Boom, bam. Thank you, Sam.
Yes.
Right? You are absolutely right. But that same energy that you are spending with that new person, you can take that energy and say, look, go to your significant other. I want us to start doing things more. Why you used to laugh when I met you, this is what I was attracted to. Now you always screwing up your face.
Right.
You used to dress up and look pretty
because
and this
they don't
and that.
want you anymore. The term about it is that he's just not into you.
And he's just not into you. Right.
And that's a fact.
Right.
You understand?
But I don't know if it's all lost. That's what I'm saying. If
sometimes
you gotta still try. You gotta still try.
Again, sometimes everything is lost. And we as women, we try to hold on to this string because we want things to work.
Okay.
Let it die of natural cause.
Okay. Let me tell you why I agree and disagree. I agree because even with my ex, I told you I walk in the room, I ain't be regular. I'm like, how you regular with me? Come on. I be walking down the street and people hawking and gawking and this and giving me attention. And I come in and you're like, hey, what?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Because he
just not, I don't do it for you. And I keep saying that. I don't do it for you. Oh, you do it for me. You're so beautiful. You're so smart.
But then, Philia, you have to understand. When he first met you, were you slim? Did you have all these kids? Were you this way? You understand? So he may be not attracted to you like that again.
I agree
so
with
now he looking on the outside, right? And not what he have inside.
Right.
Now inside, we women like to hold on. We want to be the best wife. We want to be thick. We cooking, we washing, we think, and still we getting horn.
Exactly.
You understand?
No, you're absolutely right. And also,
when a man
is not
into
into
horn and he's not into you, some people ask to say, why men cheat? Because they can.
Right.
There is nothing. As standing, they have no conscience.
Right.
They don't have to have feeling to be with a woman.
And that's the
plain
thing.
and simple. Okay, hold on.
Right.
Let's go again.
We got a lot.
Blessed night. Nicole is saying the only role playing for me is the bedroom. I'm keeping it real. I don't believe in pretending to be what I'm not to impress anyone.
Okay.
Take me as I am or leave me. Lesbian is saying single life is the best. Blessed night to all. I miss out so much. That's okay. Delia is Nicole Lewis. That's right. Catherine is saying my thing is men always cheat. Period. But women, we need to check ourselves as well. Huh? Never take your husband or man for granted. But then again, some of these men, eyes too long. For real. Dick hard, brain dead.
I love that one. I love it.
Let's get on a roll.
Let's be on a roll. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, but it's true. But you know, sometimes the relationship is dead.
Right. Sometimes it's dead and there's nothing you can do to
There's
revive it.
nothing.
And it's best at
You
that
separate. Better you separate.
Because why hold on and be miserable?
You're holding on to nothing but air.
And I think what happens as women, and I'm not going to say only women, because some men hold on to.
Some men, the same way.
Like
some
they
men,
hold on
the same
to,
way.
but we hold on because we think time will resolve issues, but sometimes it just makes things worse.
Worse. Yeah. And then you worry about all the years you invested.
Right.
You know, and you
Right.
just get mad.
Right. And you're
You
like,
understand?
what? 12 years, 20 years, 15 years,
And
8
not
years,
that.
5 years.
And when sometimes in these committed relationships, these men want this husband, they want the husband treatment
Roll without marrying you.
without marrying you.
That's important.
You understand?
Yeah.
Spot on. Eye too long. Yes.
Yes. I agree.
Yes.
Mhm.
And then sometimes they fail to see what they have inside. And sometimes the girls or men that cheating with, you doesn't see? Horrifying. And you just be like, oh my God, you leave me for this?
Exactly. Half the times, but what studies have shown is that people don't cheat for looks.
Right.
People cheat because of how the other person makes them
Yeah,
feel. That's it. That person can look like dirt and nobody, no nothing, no cushion, no pushing for the cushion, nothing. But that person gave that person a feeling of like worth, self-worth, love, affection, importance, right? And you bickering and acting like you, what they call it, henpecked men, telling your man, oh, you good for nothing, you this, you that, oh, all you do is sleep, or you that.
Yeah.
After a while, and this one is saying, oh my God, you're so strong. Look at your muscles. It'd be like fat, but you'd be like, oh, you so strong, daddy. And I love that stuff.
Yes.
Next thing you know, they in a full-fledged relationship.
Yeah.
The same thing with a man telling a woman she's beautiful. Oh, you're so beautiful. How could your husband not be into you? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're in a full-fledged relationship.
Yeah.
So it's really about how people make you feel. It's less about how the other person looks.
Look.
I'm going to tell you that.
Delia is saying women does cheat too because some of them not satisfied.
Right.
You're right.
It's true.
Lisa saying, I have the best man. No horning. Love all the
Yeah.
way.
Lisa, clone him for us, please.
Love all the way and back. I will do anything for him. He deserve it.
Nice.
Good.
Kudos to your man.
Catherine is saying, yep, man has no emotions when it comes to sex. We always want to hug up after sex and he want to lay down and
Go to sleep.
snore like he just done
I guess
a
I'm
whole day work. Oh, God.
What they say?
Hey,
Give me a
for
sandwich.
real,
I'll leave
for
you alone.
real. Woman, a very sensual and live for appearance. Men don't care. It's truth. Men doesn't care.
Now, we don't want a male bash.
Right, yeah, we don't want
Because
to
this is starting to become a male bash.
Yeah.
Women are equally responsible.
Right.
Okay? I'm saying that, however, we are saying that sometimes we feel like women get the short end of the stick because the women tend to have the children and the bodies change a lot differently.
Yes.
The looks change. And we think sometimes men preserve it a little better. That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
But I think that at the end of the day, it's about the conversations that you have in your relationships. Definitely honesty helps.
Yes.
Setting boundaries early than
Yes.
later. Don't
Yes.
wait till things start to go wrong before
Yeah.
you start, because then they become arguments.
Yeah.
I think those are important to have. And once you are solid, then you're right. I think that no one should feel like they're contained or imprisoned in their relationships.
Nicole is saying it's all about the 1 minute for some men. They're saying, I think men cheat because of ego, not because of how the other woman makes them feel.
Well, sometimes it's convenience.
Yeah.
Like I asked my ex-husband, I said, really, because now we are friends, we talk. And I said, what made you cheat? Because I saw these women, they definitely didn't look better than me.
Right.
And I know they didn't have a better body than me. I
Yeah.
know they didn't have better, you know what, than me.
Yeah.
But I asked, and he said convenience, greed, and because they can.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with anything else. It was easy. I made it easy. I didn't bother him about anything. It was convenient. He knew he could do it and maybe get away with it because
Right.
I wasn't. So it was like that. But then at the end of the day, these women weren't necessarily better in bed or anything
Right,
like that.
right.
They just did it. And I asked, how can you truly be with another person and not feel for them? He said, easy. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, you literally have no feelings for this person. Absolutely no feelings whatsoever. Like, something can happen to them and you will feel nothing.
Right.
But you have a great sexual chemistry.
Right.
Or whatever the case
Yes.
might be. And I just don't, because as women, we have to feel in order to step out.
Yes.
Men, you don't have to feel to step out.
Yes.
So it's a real thing.
It
That
is.
that thing is real. It's no
real.
matter how much a woman doesn't believe it, it's real.
Yeah, don't feel
Get over it.
Don't feel
It's
you're
real.
all of that and a bag of 50-cent
Uh-uh.
potato chips because you're not. Lesbian is saying yes, men sometimes don't care because they took a minute to consider the woman's feelings. They would think twice.
Correct.
Right?
And in fact, I
that's
think
right.
I asked, I said,
Men
you
do
didn't
it
think
because
of me.
they can, and women also.
Okay, yes, and I think that women too, but I think also women usually have a connection
Yeah.
before they step out. They usually have a connection. I'm not saying women, there are women who don't.
Yeah.
But if a woman feels connected to someone, yeah, it's a lot easier for her to step out.
Yeah.
A man doesn't need to be connected
No.
at all.
No.
You know?
So,
Yeah.
it is what
It is what it is. I'm not saying accept it. I'm not saying, it's nothing we could do. It just is a fact.
Right.
But it's not just men, it's women as well.
Well,
You
but
know.
I want to say too that some women who in these long marriages, and as I'm saying again, your husband meet you walking, all of a sudden when you misses so and so, you
Right.
stop walking. Then he meet you might be 110 pounds, you put on 220 pounds.
Right.
So then you lose yourself
Correct.
now when you start to have
Correct.
these kids. You're the homemaker, you're working, you're trying to think, and you lose yourself. So they
Right.
tend to go out now and look
Look for the
at
person
something
who-
out there.
Right. I
So
agree.
women too need to just keep it real.
Don't lose
and
yourself.
Don't lose yourself
Right.
in committed relationship
Correct.
or
Or
marriages.
marriage. I agree.
Catherine is saying some of these men also have a bucket list. They have three
off.
sometimes. Hard sex, all kind of thing, but give them a good horn and they just turn pussy. We women need to love ourselves.
I agree.
And
100%.
And that is why we say self-love is always the better love.
More than
a
enough.
person cannot love you more than you love yourself. You have to love yourself first in order to share yourself with somebody.
Right.
And that's why I come back to say a relationship and marriage should be partnership,
Partnership.
not relationship, because
Partnership, right.
relationship I think is have like this ownership on it.
Correct.
You understand? So for me, I would say I am looking for that partnership.
I mean, think about
know?
it. Even in the Bible, right? Where did the woman come from? The side of the man, which
Yeah.
means it can be the head, can be the foot, right on the side. Partnership takes two. That's it. That's how it is. I mean, even God wants that for us. So why not, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's really important. I think everything you do, that communication, that partnership, compromise, finding ways to work it out is probably the best way to go if you are in a committed relationship and you still want to find that balance. Right.
And Marsha is saying we women really have to do self-care with ourselves, and not because you're married you
Then you don't.
you just stop everything.
Right.
And it have some women like that,
Correct?
Some women, as they get married or they're in a committed relationship, they just lock off everything.
Right.
And then when the relationship don't work, you're looking for this friend now that we don't want to be friends anymore
No.
with you. I'm sorry.
Goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I hitting this topic. When we mix bodily fuels, this causes your scent to change. Check yourself and see if you getting hot.
Okay. So
who deceive man?
okay, that's true. And well, there's two things with that. There's soul tie connections, right?
Right.
When you exchange body fluids, there's soul ties because No matter what, you get onto that person and whoever they've been with. That is a fact. That is a spiritual thing. However, I agree. When you change partners, women, you tend to get a bacterial that is called BV because it's now a new semen. Your body is like rejecting it. It changes. It's a new body chemistry. It's trying to readjust. So those are signs if that's what you're looking for. But also knowing that that's why it's important to protect yourself, because that does happen, because it's just you're not used to that particular person, and it takes time for your body to readjust. Just in general, that's just a natural thing that can happen.
Yeah, Catherine is saying this life is so uplifting. You all are touching some people right now.
Yes, thank you.
And that's what Motivation Monday is about.
Motivation.
Each one teach one.
That's it.
And I mean, we just out here talking real
deal,
things,
man.
Real life experiences.
Yes. We think about it. We're like, what are we talking about today? You know what? This is a topic I think is important, and we really want you guys to just put it out there. Things you want to hear, things you want to further discussion. Feel free, man.
Send the topics.
Send it in. We'll discuss it. Yeah. That's what we do.
Yeah, and then we are open about it.
Everything.
And I mean, they hit so much good topics.
Oh, we love it. We love this interaction.
Yeah.
It's really good. Thank you. And it shows us that you're enjoying it.
Yeah, so and you know what? They really touched some good points tonight.
Yes.
So maybe we'll do a part 2.
We'll do a part 2. Hey.
So again, I have over 500 different body fluids, and I feel once again, it shows how much you think of your significant other before you choose the child. Sex is supposed to be a personal activity between each consenting partnership.
Right.
Cheaters love to cheat. I am so glad I tuned in tonight. Nicole, I'm happy you did,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're so happy too. So I think it was good. This was good. So. I thoroughly enjoyed it. We also always enjoy you guys, enjoy your comments, your feedback, because it gives us something challenging that we can tackle. And just knowing that we're all in this together, no one is better than the other person. Our struggles are the same, our successes are the same. We just here for each other. Each one teach one.
Yeah. And Nicole said you have to go back and take some of the points to speak on. Yeah. Yes. Because we want to do a part 2. I think it was very constructive.
Absolutely.
Criticism in the sense of how some people take it. And we wasn't bashing.
No bashing. That's why anytime we felt like it was going that direction, we're like, wait, let's rein it back, because women are also equally responsible. Right?
Yeah.
So
again, if you guys want to hear a topic, send us a message.
Yeah.
We will discuss it.
Yeah. We'll continue this on our next one. That'll be fun, right?
Yeah.
And if you guys want more things that are related to this topic, we can definitely touch on those as well. So definitely text Felix or send it in the chat. We can do that as well.
Yeah, Melvin, yes, bashing man.
Hey, Melvin!
Melvin,
my favorite man. We're not gonna do that to you, I promise.
Yeah, Melvin always in the conversation.
Poor Melvin. No. We're not bashing. We're not bashing. That's all. It's cool. It's cool. We need more of you guys involved. So keep sending the word to your brothers, your friends. Come on, man.
Yeah, man.
We need you guys.
Yeah. So, guys, we have to wrap it up. I mean, we went over the hour, but that's fine. But when we're having good conversation, but next week, God's willing, we'll do a part 2.
We're good. I have no problem. It doesn't need to be every 2 weeks.
You're free next week?
I'm free, man.
Okay, good.
I'm free.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. So, we want to say, again, we're closing up October month, and it's Breast Cancer Month.
And Domestic Violence.
Month. So, guys, be vigilant out there.
Yeah.
And I want to say I read about this model that they got killed in Jamaica. Was very sad. She was an influencer, social media influencer. And I want to say again, guys, be careful of how you dress in. Be careful of the things that you're wearing. You do not need to portray your whole body for the whole nation to see. You could dress conservative and still be looking sexy too. You don't need to, be out there. Because you never know. It might have been a jealousy. You don't know who was watching her. So, young ladies especially I'm talking to, please make good choices. All right? Do not drink and drive. Have a blessed, wonderful, and safe week.
Yes. And productive and blessed.
Yes.
We love you. Thank you.
And money month as well. Catherine saying money month.
Money month.
Yes.
Yes.
All
Bring
right.
the money. Bring the money. Bring the money.
Good night. Good
Good
night,
night.
everyone.
Love you guys.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.